Greetings, everybody. Welcome to the show. It's a lunchtime live, and we're talking UFC scandal, obviously from this past weekend. Supposedly hundreds of fixed fights. We're going to go in depth about everything. I'll answer questions throughout. Q&A focused show. Excited to hear from you guys. So ask away in the damn live chat. Blessings to all. It's a beautiful Tuesday, November 4th. My birthday is in 8 days. Your boy is turning 27 this year. So keep it locked in with your boy, Big 27J, making magic happen. I started YouTube. I was 21. Isn't that something? Now I'm on the trek to 27. Definitely a blessing, man. What's up, everybody? Hello to the people. Yes. You're getting to the point, bro. Braden K knows what's up. I am doing a video after this stream where I will discuss everything going on right now. And you guys know I bring thunder with my videos. It's not just going to be a boring, simple video. It's going to be based. I got some ideas, and I'm going to make that happen after this stream. So stream first, video after. Us fans and gamblers who spend their hard-earned dollars on the product, they're pushing the need to hold them accountable or to continue. I hope that there is accountability. And, I don't want fight fixes. Lunchtime crew in the house. Let's go, caveman. Hope everybody's doing good on the fine Tuesday. Hell yeah. Let's get active, Mr. Antonio McKelton. W. What's up, guys? Happy birthday, Unk is crazy. Happy birthday, Unk. I'm Unk mode. This is a serious question, and you guys can answer me in chat. At what age does one become Unk status? I have always felt Unk status is 33, 32. I don't view Unk status in the late 20s. I don't know. Maybe that's my own inherent bias. But yeah, you got to be at least 30. There we go. Rocco Productions, you made my day. Like, Finchman's my boy, but I'd say Finch is Unk status. I comment on your money line with Finch saying I want your opinion, not Finch's. Wait. You commented on Moneyline with Finch saying I want your opinion, not Finch's. My opinion of it. Straight up. Come on. Call a spade a spade. We can say no. We can say it's allegedly. But truth is, Isaac Dulgarian should never be in that position that early in a fight against a guy in the UFC's unranked. Maybe against the best in the world, but even then, Isaac Dulgarian is a high-caliber grappler. I'll take big bro status. Dumas versus Johnson fight was more blatantly fixed, in my opinion. What do you think? The Dumas versus Johnson one, I think Dumas is just garbage. And he was a big underdog anyways. I don't know, man. Finch is tied too closely to the organization to call them fixed. Well, he's not associated with the UFC in any way, but he is with Lights Out. What am I grubbing, AJ? Well, in the middle of this stream, I'm going to have my protein bar, Quest protein bar. I already opened it because I'm salivating at the bit to have it. Let me tell you guys something, and this is by no means an advertisement for Quest Protein. They don't sponsor the show at all or anything like that. The Quest Protein Bar is the fucking best protein-infused creation of some type of sweet product in the history of humankind, okay? I have tried plenty of fucking protein bars. The Quest Blueberry Muffin is the closest thing I've ever had with a protein-based product and the actual fucking flavor that I want. So Quest Protein Bar, Blueberry Muffin, high recommend. I plan on eating these for the rest of my life, all right? All of your tickets on Dulgarian completing parlays were with DraftKings, FD, and BetMGM, and none are scoring those as pushes. Lost 20 units and a 53U of potential profit. Got nothing less for this sport. I'm sorry to hear that, Billy Frederick. I am. That's a travesty, my friend. And unfortunately, Dulgarian looked for a paycheck. Pre-fight, there was an interview of him discussing getting a percentage of betting purses betting winnings, which I think is outright delusional, but it shows me he's in the known with this betting shit. He pays attention to the lines. He was affiliated with James Krause, okay? There's a lot of darkness to this shit. Doomis looks like he eats too much red 40 is funny as fuck. Gustafsson versus Renat is sus. The one protein bars. Have I had the one protein bars? Do they have like the little cake flavored one? And it's like a little cakey texture. I like that one as well. I should be endorsed by them. I should be sponsored. I should have a sponsor by now. I should. The barbells you go to, barbells are hype. But I'm a Quest guy. I'm on the quest for success. So at the end of the day, the Quest bar is my calling card. I lift barbells. I don't eat them, you know? I am the one. I don't chew on one. You understand? But the Quest, I'm on one, so I shall partake in the offering of thy Quest bar. You see what I'm saying? It's all metaphorical with me. I recommend the blueberry muffin if you like blueberry muffins. Alvarez sits on Luque for last 3 minutes of third. All inside distance bets lose. Fight wasn't stood up. It's a very strange situation. He did go for the knockout come round 2, but then the referee didn't call it. Weird shit. How will this affect the UFC, Mr. OG Smoker? How will this affect the UFC? There is a slight loss of trust. The UFC can handle this hush-hush, or they can make it more upfront. They can fight this scandal head on and reassure gamblers, fans, etc., analysts alike, and fighters that there's not much shady shit happening. And that shady things happening are one-off events, such as Isaac Dulgarian's event, or Darek Minner's event, or Tae Hyun Bao back in the day. Also, guys, we're having a beautiful conversation. I'm looking at the like button, and I'm thinking to myself, 22 is great, but I would like 30 likes before the 10-minute mark of this stream. So make sure you guys run the likes up. Let's get it kicking up. When you hit that like button, it boosts the algorithm. When you boost the algorithm, you help grow the channel. When you help grow the channel, you help me make this thing even better. So make sure you guys hit the like button, show some love for the boy, and let's keep talking. No, I've never tried a David bar. Why was Waldo's corner allowed in the octagon as well? So the reason that Waldo's corner was allowed in the octagon is because initially the call was TKO round 1. And then upon further review, realizing there was an eye poke, the fight was then put to a pause and then reset. But initially, Waldo was treated as if he was knocked out in the first round, with the corner being allowed in the cage and even the stool. Now, that right there is a refereeing error. I actually don't believe that's a fight-fixing sequence. I think that is a true mistake by the referee. And he didn't see the eye poke on the initial read of the fight, but then with further review recognized, okay, there was a blatant eye poke here. Let's pause this shit and let's see if Waldo can continue. That, I don't think is shady. I think that is a weird sequence of events. I had Dulgarian in all my slips. If I only knew I was doomed from the start, may God curse Dulgarian. What Isaac Dulgarian did is decided to commit career suicide. Understand that no major promotion will be interested in doing business with Isaac Dulgarian. Understand that check better have been well worth it for him to decide, hey, I'm going to throw a fight in the UFC, and now I'm released from the UFC, and now I'm probably not getting signed by PFL. I'm very unlikely to get signed anywhere aside from, I don't know, maybe some obscure regional scene promotions. Maybe, but that's a stretch. I don't think he's getting signed to Karate Combat. I don't think he's getting signed to the LFA. Where is he going to fight? If he plans on continuing his career, I have no idea. Maybe somewhere in Russia where they'll pay him to take dives. I don't know. I really struggle to fathom it. It is a black eye on his resume and then some, because to be involved in a fight fixing, especially in this modern era as well, and getting cut from the UFC for it, you are deciding that whatever base pay was offered to you is worth more than a career of work inside of the UFC. Understand that prior to this Saturday, Isaac Dulgarian was a legitimate prospect with high-level grappling skills and a lot of promise. Understand that he was the favorite against Yadir Del Valle because of his offensive grappling game, which many, including myself and many of you guys, believed was going to be a substantial threat in the fight. Now, with that knowledge, right, and the bookies obviously seeing it as well, he chose to take the easy way out, take some money to then go underperform. Now, is there a chance that he was approached about this leading up to the fight when it had been disclosed he was injured? Is it more likely he says yes because he's injured? Who is he involved with? Does he have a massive debt that we don't know about with some type of mafia? This is how far we can go into it. We don't know what Isaac Dulgarian has going on in his personal life. Is he involved with bad people? Did he make a fucking mistake and it was this or something bad happens to somebody in his family? Now we're really reaching, but he could be, put in a position where his back is completely up against the wall and he needs money fast and the UFC ain't going to pay it. That's to give him sympathy. But obviously that right there is just a pure hypothetical. I have no insight that he actually has some type of blackmailing from behind closed doors going on, which would have caused him to throw the fight. So I just want you guys to know that is purely a reach. There is no evidence I have for that. That's just a reach. Don't let the betting scandal distract you from the fact Bloody Eyeball Waldo Acosta exposed Tom as a quitter coward he is. Even MMA Guru is starting to accept reality. I think of it in this context. Whether or not Aspinall can see, he says he can't see. Okay. Why does he bail on the fight? Because looking at it, the mentality is, I just got fucking clubbed in the eyes. My eyes hurting me. I can't see much. And now I'm going to go out and have to fight Cyril Gane. Cyril Gane is one of the best strikers in the weight class. Cyril Gane is a lot better than Ante Delija. Cyril Gane is elite. Cyril Gane is a former interim champion. Cyril Gane is a puzzle for Tom Aspinall. And with one eye, very well could have lost the fight. Aspinall is not in the same career position as Waldo. Waldo bails out on that fight. Who's to say when the next fight is? Who's to say he'll get a big fight? Who's to say he won't be the opponent in the next fight? Waldo had to take advantage of this chance. He's not in a world championship fight. Now, to be fair, Waldo may not be the type that's going to analyze in that manner. Tom Aspinall obviously weighed out the pros and cons and decided, hey, let's do this another day. It remains to be seen what Tommy Boy's got left, but Tommy claims he can't see out of his eye. I want to trust him at his word because he is our world champion. He's the heavyweight champ. But I understand. This has always been a part of the fight game, more blatant in earlier days MMA and specifically boxing. But yes, this has always been a part of the game. But that doesn't mean it should continue to be a part of the game. It doesn't mean this is a good thing. Think there was a fixed fight lately that we missed? I'll tell you one fight that I am under the assumption was fixed that I actually saw it mentioned by Braden in chat earlier. You know which fight seemed fixed to me? Gustafsson versus Fakhretdinov. Andreas Gustafsson is a legitimate mauler, pressure style, durable, in-your-face brawler. Somehow he looks like a little chicken against Fakhretdinov and melts within the first minute of the fight. And he looks like he just laid down. He seems to have been paid off for that fight. I think that was a rigged fight as well. Then you can look at like Lucas Almeida versus Michael Aswell. Not so much was it fixed beforehand, but he did fight with a broken hand, though I have my own speculation that it was not necessarily for gambling purposes. Though he could have been, involved with some of the gambling side. I don't know. When I feel I don't know, I don't have a hard stance. But I do believe Renat Fakhretdinov and Gustafsson was a fixed fight. I think that Gustafsson laid down. The way Gustafsson got hit, it wasn't any power shots. It was a very strange sequence of events. Excuse me, I'm having a blueberry muffin bite. It was a very unfortunate situation as well. Wow, I'm way behind in chat. I'm sorry. I was thinking earlier, AJ, there's hurting people like yourself as well. I don't bet, so it doesn't affect me, but I can't help but feel gambling is ruining sports with things like this. Gambling has always been involved in sport, and there's always going to be fixes that are in. But I think, optimizing prevention as much as possible. The UFC, Dana White, Cash Patel all knew about the suspicious activity on the Dulgarian fight, but continued the fight. Dana White has Trump on his side, so he's not afraid. What do you mean he's not afraid? Not afraid of what? I don't think Dana White wants a rigged sport. The biggest thing is, though, what if he was compromised, threats to his family? Can you not say it 20 fucking times? Bro, like, understand that you spam in my chat, even if you have a good question, I look at you as a fucking imbecile, and I'm going to just put you on the sidelines. Even if you have a good question, say it one time, say it 2 times, say it 3 fucking times. But for God's sake, don't say it 10. What? Yanez versus Quinones is off? No fucking way. Where'd you see this? No. Wow, this is a fucking depression. No way. Where can we find info? Can one of the mods link me up? Yo, AJ, don't forget to invest in your happiness. You're the man. Hey, thank you, Skylar Markart. I'll tell you right now, I'm the happiest I've ever been in my entire life, bro. I'm 90 days sober. I'm feeling fucking jacked and strong. Boys getting cut again. I'm back on the clean diet. Come on, bro. Life is beautiful. Bottom line is that Aspinall was fighting to defend his belt. He isn't stupid, and he isn't some low-level fighter. To call someone a quitter for that is laughable. It was a calculated decision because he felt that he was not optimized to compete with one eye. And I think that is a fair assumption to be had. Andre Petrosky versus Jacob Malhoun, potentially. But Renat versus Gustafsson, for me, very fixed fight. Gustafsson laid down. Thought Lawler versus Price was rigged. No, I think that Price is just that bad. Are people now going to say a fight is fixed when a fighter doesn't perform as normal, which does happen often due to injuries, off nights, etc.? It's not uncommon at all. You're going to see the rabbits in the hat of the conspiracy theorists. It's a fixed fight every time. Don't listen to the boy who cries wolf types. There's going to be a lot of people that every single fight to them is fixed. They are smooth-brained, but there is certain fights this year that I have flagged myself. I have gone through and I've actually flagged some fights for the past 7 months. I've looked through the cards. I have to do a little more research before I do the video, but there's a few fights that I flagged. Kyle Nelson and Matt Frivola was a very suspicious ending. Obviously the fight should have been stopped in the first round. Could have been some type of deal with the referee in charge, right? Like, was it Big Dan Miragliano for that fight? Vicente Luque, Yo Alvarez. You know what another fight I think was fixed? You know another fight that I think was rigged? Ricardo Ramos versus Con Ofli. Ricardo Ramos seemed to be dumber than ever in that fight as he gives up his back and gets strangled. I think Ricardo Ramos versus Con Ofli was probably a fixed fight this year. Obviously, we know the Almeida Aswell fight. Rafa Garcia, Jared Gordon was just a weird sequence of events, man. Quinones withdrew. Fucking bum Quinones was going to get his face knocked off. He was going to get his face knocked off. I'm pissed. I am pissed the fuck off that that fight is canceled, dude. I was thinking about doing a Lock City parlay with fucking Yanez. Jesus. They're looking for a replacement. Well, hopefully it's somebody decent. Rip to UFC betting. Never rip to it. AJ, I'm on day 5 of quitting pot, and I swear to God, it's all thanks to you. I've never felt better. Hey, get deleted Calb XD 1995. I'm happy to hear that you're enjoying a life of sobriety. What I must tell you is there will be moments where you have cravings towards the cannabis. Very normal. You have 2 options. You can wilt to the craving and go back to square one, or you can go do something, persevere through it, and then feel better after the fact. 90 days sober for a guy that was smoking weed every day for 6 years and claim that weed was a part of his success, to now see me more successful now and feeling more energized, better content, more precise with predictions, better live streams. Life is just simply better off the fucking weed. I highly recommend it if you are, pretty addicted to it and you maybe have the self-awareness to notice certain things, but you are choosing to push them under the rug, take the leap, bro. If I can do it, anybody can do it. Hey, what's up, all things done through Christ? I'm having a beautiful stream, man. I'm having a beautiful show. AJ constantly putting in work. Best breakdowns on YouTube, period. And it ain't even close. We appreciate you and everything you do, brother. Keep up the great work. Hey, shout out to O Block MMA. It's very nice, man. You're an absolute gem. Thank you, bro. Also, guys, we're approaching the 30-minute mark of the stream. For the 30-minute mark of this afternoon stream, I will really like to be at 50 likes. So make sure you guys smash the like button. Make sure you guys show some love. And if it's your first time watching me live, hit that damn subscribe button. After this stream, not immediately after, because I'm still in the process of making the video, I am going to release a video about everything going on with the betting scandal and give my more in-depth take on stuff. Obviously, I'm going pretty in-depth here, but in video format. Holland versus D-Rod, Nelson versus Favola. I don't think Holland versus D-Rod was fixed. That is one of those fights where somebody had an off night. It's Kevin Holland. There was no fix there. Nelson Favola seems to be the referee was maybe involved with something, potentially with the fight going over a certain amount of time. Yeah, Gustafsson fight was fixed, man. Gustafsson fight was fixed. Gordon versus Rafa Garcia, tough to say. I don't want to, work magic there. Weird situation. Supposedly Gordon gets hit by a car beforehand. Some people knew about it. Some people did not. I don't know. I'm torn on that one. That's a finicky one. Did he even actually get hit by a car? Is that real? Now I'm questioning it. Do we know for sure that Jared Gordon got hit by a car? Do we know at 100% certainty that he got hit by a car and that just wasn't the excuse for why he didn't look like himself? Are we certain that he got hit by a car? Because I've never seen footage of it. Have you? Patchy Mix versus Wicklocks. No, that's another one. Patchy Mix just underperformed. And they gave it to Wicklock. That's just bad judging. I don't think that was a robbery necessarily. Maybe, but I don't know. I'm never on conspiracy theory trains, but this Dulgarian one just makes way too much sense and opens up the door to many more. The line crashing in the half, one pre-fight equals evidence. 100%. 100%, bro. It was a fake fight. It won't affect me, Doug. Don't worry. People are not going to lose trust in all. Understand. There is still money to be had on the gambling side, regardless of fixed outcomes. Do you understand that at some moments it may benefit us when this happens, right? So calm down. You don't have to run from the betting side. Understand that everything you watch is fucking manipulated. Understand that everything you do is manipulated. Understand that the world is fixed, bro. And it's not surprising it's bled over to my UFC. But I do think the UFC, of all combat sports and sports alike, can do the best at limiting it to a high degree. You lost 15 kgs in 5 days. That's fucking crazy, man. Congratulations, dude. AJ gets high on lasagna stream. How'd you know, bro? I'm ripping that lasagna like a savage, my friend. 3 weeks off the smoke, daily smoking for 10 years. My 4-year-old saw me smoking and said, I can't wait to smoke when I'm older. I cried and then quit the next day. Jesus, J Beach. Yeah. Yeah, good. Good. Yeah, that's tough, man. Nah, you don't need the reefer. You'll find that you don't need it. Understand that life has natural pleasures without it. Understand it will reset your dopamine and serotonin receptors. You'll be fine. You'll be fine, man. You'll be fine without it. I promise. I promise. Oh, I promise, bro. I promise. You'd be surprised. Chepe Mariscal is minus 115 versus Pat. I think Chepe gets that easy. That's a close fight, man. Both good grapplers. I don't know about easy, but I could see why you'd pick Chepe in that one. It's a fight. Pat Sabatini is very good at jiu-jitsu. It's also a rematch. Like we said at the beginning of the stream, AJ, it's probably one-off and very highly likely is a damage these idiots cause. We just have to pay attention. What's the word, AJ? Bird is the word. Isaac Dulgarian fight seemingly fixed is the word. Your algorithm is genius, pizza. It's crazy people throw their dreams away for a one-time payday. Don't make sense to me. No, it doesn't make sense to me either, but we can't fathom, you know? You got info and proof about Isaac Dulgarian for your video? Let me know. DM me on Instagram, MMA_experts. DM me, bro. Him having mentioned he thinks he should make a part of betting winnings placed on him shows everything. Exactly. I hope not, AJ. You've done this so well and built for years. Fixing is very scarce. It's not worth it for most. Just idiots that don't understand that, like Dulgarian. Career suicide. Exactly. You will never have a career after this. Isaac Dulgarian gave this up. So I hope he has another job lined up, because that $500,000 is not going to last forever. Just sucks, brother. For pure MMA fans, the shit was about believing in yourself and digging deep through adversity, and now it feels like I'm watching WWE. Don't be too sucked into the drama where you're saying that every fight is fixed. Don't be, please. There are one-off moments, okay? And the guys that quit like that, fuck them. Send them out. Cut them from the UFC. Goodbye. It's not common play. It happens occasionally. There's moments of it. I don't believe that, every single fight is a fucking rig. Please. Don't fall victim to that delusion, man. It's not true. There are moments where certain guys that don't have the balls to make this a fucking career are looking for the easy way out. Isaac Dulgarian did what he did because he didn't have the balls. That's it. Simple as that. Isaac Dulgarian got a competitive loss to Christian Rodriguez. He then fought Brandon Morat. He took a year off and said, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. I don't know if I have what it takes. So instead of just retiring, he said, let me cash out. Oh, yeah, I'll take the dive. I'm a big favorite. Fuck yeah, I'll lay down. He doesn't want to do this anymore, bro. He's quitting. But there's a lot of guys that will never do that. Never, ever. Everything has been corrupted. With new technology and more eyes on everything, she'll be exposed more than ever. That's all. Better off. Expose the bullshit. Expose the blatant bullshit. Cejudo versus Talbot will be hilarious. Cejudo chucking mean hooks at the air to keep Talbot off of him. Maybe Cejudo would just take the paycheck and dive, bro. I could see Cejudo laying down for money. If they offered him like $2 million, he'll lay down. Hey, what's up, Hybrid Nation? Good to see you, bro. Cejudo would lay down for money. I'm not picking Cejudo. Not that in his prime he doesn't win. It's just he doesn't want it anymore. AJ, let's say you're Gucci or Louis Vuitton collector or a store and you sell fake shit. Will people continue to come to you for your product? At the end of the day, I understand where you're coming from, but it's a little bit different than product sales. This is a combat sport with individual athletes. It is not the UFC themselves saying, I'm picking that fake product and I'm selling that as real. Understand that that is a bit of a flip of what is going on. Like, you're acting as if the UFC is decision-making for them to sell fake shit. Ultimately, Isaac Dulgarian is making deals behind closed doors. Now, if an employee, this is the better example, if an employee that worked at Gucci or Louis Vuitton was swapping real items for fake items, right? Taking home the real one, swapping the fake one, selling the fake one, and then money was coming in for the fake product, right? And he was taking a little extra off his end because now he has the real product. It's marked as sold for the store. He then has the actual product for free selling across the fake. So let's say he got a $30 fake and it's a $500 product, right? He's going to make a net profit on the sale of it behind closed doors. That's the difference. That employee will then be fired from the company, understand, when they find out. Isaac Dulgarian is that employee. Isaac Dulgarian is not the product. That is a different thing. Isaac Dulgarian is the employee. He is not the product. That's what I'm saying. It's not the same thing. I understand where you're coming from, and I like that you brought that up so I could explain it better. But it is not the same as the store deciding to sell a fake product. It is an employee at the store playing the bullshit game. stealing a product, putting a fake in, trying to capitalize financially. That's the difference. Yeah, the UFC let him go right away after he had just signed a new contract. So please understand, they are not in the fight fixing business. The UFC itself does not benefit from this fight fixing shit. The UFC itself does not want this fight fixing shit. Alex Pereira would have never lost to Magomed Ankalaev the first time, okay? Belal would have probably never had a title shot. Understand? Come on. At the end of the day, the truth of it all is the fighter, the individual, chose to fuck around. And he found out. He got released from the UFC. When hundreds of thousands or millions are involved in the human mind with wicked intent will give in, and those who have legit morals will get fucked once in a while. It is what it is. Exactly. Some fighters are not going to take a dive. You think a lot more fighters are going to come out and talk about rig fights? I mean, I'm sure people are mentioning different things. Saw earlier Herzog was being investigated, like how he made Cejudo continue against Yadong. That's interesting. Herzog, I'll be honest with you, he seems like the gold standard of ref, but he may very well be a bit of a sociopath because he was going off on Twitter. Braden has always been Captain Conspiracy. This Dulgarian thing has made it 10 times worse. Yes. I agree. If Isaac is found guilty in the court of law, what do you think the punishment should be? I think minimum of 10 years. I think some type of serious fine. I don't know if he'd actually get serious time behind bars, maybe a couple years. Seen NBA players leaving a game after getting hit in the eye the last few days. It's funny how people think a UFC champ chose not to continue a fight. Fair. All fights are rigged. Somewhere in the world right now is running a corner store whose employee is stealing a couple bucks or selling an item for more when not seen by the owner. Shit happens, man. Can't blame the UFC. If it continues to happen and it's on like a massive degree, yes. But ultimately, the ugly truth of it, it's the deceptive employee, not necessarily the employer. The UFC is not like, oh, we're the home of fixed fights. Come on. They don't want that. They can't have that. Isaac Dulgarian was immediately released. Immediately. They don't stand for that. They don't. Guaranteed win slips go. Dante Johnson KO, Vallejos KO. But there's variance in fights, though, Braden. You watch all the fights. You have to see this, too. There's variance. Dante Johnson gets a sub against Cedric Dumas. I'm not that surprised that Dumas gave up his neck as opposed to getting flatlined when Dante Johnson's striking didn't look that good. Vallejos by knockout seems to be a guarantee. Oh, wait. His opponent's actually got a pretty good chin and better than we thought. Come on. Great analogy. Thank you, guys. Yeah. That's a sensible analogy. If I thought outside the box. Braden. You got to relax, man. Don't disrespect my fucking intellect, please, for the love of God. I function at a pretty high rate, especially without the weed in my system. Judges' scorecards, occasional suspect scorecards. Agreed. Occasional. Check DMs. But it's like, don't fucking fall into this delusion where you guys are thinking this is every fucking card. For the love of fucking Christ, man. Please. I don't want you guys to be buffoons, bro. That's idiocracy. It's not every fucking card. It's not constant. Hey, I just accepted it, bro. Wow. That's pretty cool. Wow. Thank you for that. I will I appreciate this. That's good evidence. That's good evidence. Jaden, thank you. Thank you a lot. Yeah. That's fucking amazing. Thank you for that. We'll talk about it during today's video, Jaden. I really appreciate you sending me that. That's big, guys. I just got some nice shit. I just got some evidence on the table. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Oh, he's going to prison, son. Understand, Dulgarian is the problem, not the UFC. I hate that you fucking guys are not blaming the UFC for it so much when I want you to go after the guy who's fucking up our sport. You should be disgusted by Isaac Dulgarian, not shitting on the sport you love. This is why I'm getting annoyed with you, chat. Not specifically chat, actually, but I'm getting annoyed. Dulgarian is coming into our sport and fucking it up, okay? Be mad at him. Don't hate the sport because of it. Stay powerful and strong on the stance against fight fixing. Those all fights are fixed. It's all fixed. There's occasional moments of lapse, and I want those fucking guys sent out of the UFC. They should never grace the octagon again. And thankfully, Dulgarian got found out, and he's gone. Shout out to Jaden for the DM. Oh, you're good, Braden. Ah, okay. I thought you were saying that I was seeming dumb, bro. I was like, shit. All right, good. Ask Cody Brundage about those crooked judges. Exactly. Affiliated with James Krause. What did Jaden show you? More evidence against Isaac Dulgarian. I saw Johnston showing some love to Dumas. Dumas, when he was defending takedown, seemed like Dumas made an agreement to give him the sub. I don't know. Seems sus. That is fucking weird. But I ain't going to obsess about that fight, you know? The guy who we all thought would win still won. Herzog used to be associated with Dulgarian's gym. Can you send me evidence of that, somebody? Over 100 fights called into question. I know, but it doesn't mean that all 100 fights are fake. Right. Don't blame the sport. Blame the individuals. Don't blame the gun. Blame the criminal. Understand? You see what I'm saying? Blame the criminal. It is not the sport's fault. It's not the sport we love's fault. It's some bad fucking players in the mix, okay? The UFC should have. Thank you, Brady K. Listen, I appreciate you apologizing. All right, I misunderstood what you were saying, dude. I thought you were attacking me specifically. It's a bad egg, all right? A bad apple. Dumas. Yeah, exactly. Dumas is a can, bro. He's laying down. Yeah, Dumas just shows up for the money. I mean, shit. Maybe he did bet the other guy by sub. Fixing is bad, but your next video going to be getting views. I know. This video is about to go crazy. This video is going to go nuts, bro. I'm doing it after this stream. Every sport is having these issues. It's not an MMA problem. Guaranteed. There's a ton of athletes doing this right now that we have no clue about. Agreed. Bro, you see it with the NBA. It's fucked, bro. But gambling and corruption on the lines, and there's affiliations with some bad people, bro. It's a tragic thing. It sucks. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it more than you understand. It's a fucked up thing. I hate it, bro. I fucking predict these fights every single week to the best of my ability. And I have a passion about fucking predicting. I love, trying to solve the riddle of who wins. Yeah, the fight fixing thing is fucked. I hate it. But I promise you, it is not the sport's fault. It's these bad actors, these individuals. And I hope they all get caught. I hope they all get fucking in trouble, serious trouble. And honestly, I might take, I said, I don't know about the prison time. I'm going to say yes to the prison time because I want the next fighter who gets asked, you think about throwing the fight? I want fear trembling down his spine if he's thinking about it. I don't want it to be, fuck it, I'll take the 500K. No, I want a fucking FBI investigation. I want serious fines against you. They find out Isaac Dulgarian was wire transferred some serious amount of cash, 500,000. They find cash at his house. I want it seized. I want it seized. When he loses the money that he made from the gambling scheme, okay? Now we're in good. They need to get a serious investigation going. And I promise you guys, the UFC, Dana White is a bit of an asshole, right? Dana White can be biased as a motherfucker. Dana White is a damn competitor when it comes to his UFC. I promise you this. He does not want fixed fights. He does not want fixed fights. I promise you can hate him. You can love him. Dana White does not want fixed fights in the octagon, period. No argument to be had there. He does not. It does not benefit the UFC whatsoever. You can say, oh, but then this guy winning is no. The UFC is built upon the best fighters win, not who they pick wins. And sure, there's been bad decisions along the way. And maybe there's corruption in the judging at times, right? There's certain judges get paid a certain way. Let's go this way. Let's go for the lines this way. But understand that is the betting side. That is the gambling side. I do not believe that is the side of the UFC promotion side nearly as much. They would have gave O'Malley the fucking fight against Merab if it's really all about that. Granted, Merab has now become, I think, a bigger star than O'Malley was, but blame Dulgarian because he was expected to win. No, blame Dulgarian, Corbo, because he took a dive in this fight. Blame Dulgarian because he was not just barely a favorite. Understand that he was a minus 240 favorite, and then the line went way down. Understand that there was a lot of suspicious betting activity. Understand he believes he should be getting cuts of people's winning bets. And understand, I have more evidence to prove my point coming in the video. Understand, I got it coming. Understand that this little screenshot that I got from one of our loyal subscribers here is enough to really push the point to another level. Understand what I got. Understand that right there is something. And understand I can build off that. And it's all going to make sense to you guys. If you have any doubts about Dulgarian, I'm going to prove it to you. I'm going to prove it to you in the video. I don't need to do it right now. I mean, I'm doing my best and hopefully you believe, but I got a video for it. The video will show the ugly truth of it all. Glad I watched this today. I haven't bet on anything since Saturday. Was deaf on the Everything is Fixed train. My boy AJ taking me off the ledge as always. You saw it as fuck. Of course, King of the North. I have to pull you guys off the ledge because don't fall into the fallacy. There's the delusional people in this world, bro. Paranoia runs kind of mad, right? Everything's bad. The country's going to shit. Oh, fuck, it's all ending this. Oh, it's the end of the world. Same thing on the side of it. Oh, there's all fixed fights. That's it. No, that is not an intellectual take. There is bad instances and unfortunate events, both partaking to the world we live in, of course, and to the UFC and to the sport we love. But it doesn't mean hate the world we live in and hate life. And it definitely doesn't mean hate MMA and hate the UFC. Okay? So don't worry. Don't worry. Dumas got added to the roster again. They ain't cutting Dumas, man. Dumas is good to have, you know, to build guys up. What evidence you have against Dulgarian? Watch my video later. You find out. Watch my video later. Yeah, I agree. Make an example of these guys. I hope there's an FBI investigation, a serious one, a serious investigation. This is a federal white collar crime. I agree. The NFL is probably fake. Yeah. I don't know for sure, though. I'm kind of pushing conspiracy. I don't watch the NFL like that. So I'm a casual NFL. All right, guys. By the 1 hour mark, I would like to see 70 likes up in here. Make sure you guys hit the like button if you're enjoying this afternoon's stream. If it's your first time watching me live, welcome. I am AJ. This is MMA Experts. I'm live Monday through Saturday with tons of content covering the UFC, including the picks, including the bet inside, and including the breaking news and controversy side. We do the based and drama videos as well. So keep it locked in. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if it's your first time on the show. And yeah, I'm going to keep answering questions. You have any money on that particular fight? So I had a little parlay now, little DGen. I knew it was going to shit beforehand. Called it. I knew it was going to shit beforehand. I knew it was going to happen. I've seen it before. I saw the line collapse. You picked Del Valle since the day the fight was made. Understand, Corbo. I want you to realize this. Del Valle winning, okay? It's not an impossibility regardless of Dulgarian trying to win or not. But understand that Dulgarian going out there and losing in that manner, okay? The way that he lost that fight was not an attempt to put 100% effort out to win a fight. Boxers pay their opponents to take that. That's a commonality in boxing. That is very common in boxing. Social media and YouTubers, not you, AJ, will try so hard to spin the narrative now, convince people it's more. It was this one guy that's done it and got caught. That's it. There's only really a couple other fights that stand out to me, and there's suspicious characters amongst. A BJJ black belt, NCAA All-American wrestler just gives up his back on the first exchange. Exactly. Exactly. This is not some fucking novice. Okay? This is not some kickboxer. Isaac Dulgarian is a grappling specialist. Got a reply to get me a like? All right. Electron Shell. Here's your reply. Vamp investigated Herzog in July video. Where is this video? I'll be honest with you. If Dulgarian would have lost like that, it would have been suspicious first thing. But the fact with the movement on the betting lines right before and some massive bets being placed on win in round number 1 for Del Valle tells me through that fight. Picks for this Saturday. I got my full card breakdown out already. Corbo, I think you're misunderstanding what's going on. Corbo, you're not understanding the red flags around the betting lines. I think that's where your lapse of judgment is. You picked Del Valle, so you're coming from a defensive point. You're defensive in your prediction because, like, wait, I picked that. It didn't have to be fixed. I was right either way. Listen, you're right. He won the fight. You were right. Celebrate your win. That's fine. Understand that hours before the fight, substantial amounts of money came in on Del Valle money line, but not only money line. Del Valle to win in the first round. Suspicious. Suspicious. Dulgarian is a person that was affiliated with James Krause in the past. Dulgarian has spoke upon thinking that fighters should get percentages of betting winnings. There's also some other evidence that I have for Dulgarian that isn't out to the public. Call a spade. But it doesn't mean you made a bad pick. Celebrate your pick. I feel like you think you're getting discredited on your prediction. This has nothing to do with you or your prediction. Nothing. KZ picked Del Valle. Nothing to do with that. You know who else picked Del Valle? Jersey girl picked Del Valle. She's been doing picks every week. Nothing to do with the pick. You can't send me a pic on Insta. Let me go to Insta right now. Now you can. I just have to accept your request before you send pics. You had Delvalle Moneyline, and they suspended my account right after the fight, but gave it back a day later because I won 300. No, I'm glad you got your money back, man. That would have been fucked. And your account suspended. Jesus. All right, KZ, let me check this link that you just sent. KZ just dropped us a link. Let me show you guys what's up. Okay. KZ, thank you. So here's the suspicion. And this is good. Okay? Look. Round 1, 99%, 1%. Some of the craziest line movement I've ever seen for an MMA fight. Dulgarian was a minus 230 favorite at the start of the day. He closed as an underdog and got absolutely destroyed. Sharp read or leaked injury or fixed fight. Technically, he didn't close the dog. He was a slight favorite. But still, the line movement, and especially the first round prop, is hella suspicious. There may have been an in-camp injury, and Dulgarian got offered some cash to also lay down. This Saturday, some tough fights to predict. I love the challenge. I love the challenge. Do you break pasta in half? I mean, you break spaghetti in half. People are delusional. They just want to be right more than open their eyes to reality. Exactly. Open your eyes. It's not every fight. It's not constant. Please don't fall into this. I know majority of books do not refund money on legit fights. Exactly. Listen, don't fall into this trap of thinking that it's every weekend. Understand that there's red flags around. Dulgarian was far overrated, and you made a great prediction on Delvalle. With knowing everything that we do, did he really expect not to get caught? I mean, he can't be that slow. Everyone but the casuals can clearly see what's going on here. You'd be surprised when someone's going to be guilty of something, how they'll tell you. They'll tell you, man. In that interview, he felt compelled to mention the betting purse thing because it's something on his mind because he's, oh, fuck, I need some more money. It's like they want to tell you. People who do egregious things, they sometimes rat themselves out. It's a very strange phenomenon, but the human body is not necessarily great at holding mass guilt for something that's, such a massive crime. That's why, if you see like somebody that's able to do egregious things and not feel any guilt, that's like really, the socio-psychopath, narcissistic thing. They have to have a true personality disorder. The normal person, it eats them up normally. There are 5 big bettors who had their accounts frozen and no big payout. I'm not surprised. You think it's an in-camp injury? I mean, he probably fought injured. And he probably said, hey, guys, I'm injured. It's not going my way this week. Bet the other side. Outside of the channel, I've been watching UFC betting lines for 3 years. That's not normal. It's not normal. Exactly, juice trades. I think it was more than an injury leak. Hey, thank you for my 90-day of sobriety, Chip. I appreciate you. I'm feeling very good. It's like famous killers leaving clues behind. It's a game to them. And Delvalle may have been compelled by a bit of guilt, though. He knew it was going to happen. I don't know. We'll make the video happen. I'll show you. Interesting. Interesting, man. The Herzog stuff is shady. Thank you for hitting the like button, El Shani. I appreciate you. We're currently at 72 likes. That's a beautiful number. Thank you, guys. Was Delvalle in on it too? I'm not going to go as far as to say that he was definitely in on it. I'm not going to involve him because I don't have evidence that says that he is. Derek Lewis said it was rigged on his last fight. It was kind of a joke, but yeah, suspicious. AJ, look up the Gary Payton betting video when you get time. NBA player freaking out when his team didn't cover the spread. I'm going to have to look that up, okay? Dirty players, man. Gary Payton was in on it, man. I think Derek Lewis is just a troll, exactly. Do I have evidence that this guy was betting himself to lose? No, I don't. I have evidence that would say that people that bet on or against him were cutting him purse percentages. But we'll talk. We'll talk in the video. I wish we could join that James Krause Discord. My God. My God, that'd be spectacular. See what's really been cooking up over there. Wonder what James Krause is up to these days. You think he's still betting on UFC fights? You think he got in on the action this weekend? Wonder if there was any big-time bettors who generally thought Del Valle was going to win and got their accounts frozen or just didn't get the payout. Yeah, I believe it. I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. I mean, I wasn't opposed to the idea that Del Valle had a chance. I just thought that Dulgarian should have the tools, but it's not about the pick. I don't care about getting picks wrong. Not that I don't care about it. Like I'm like, I love getting picks wrong, but I don't care. Like I'm not sitting here coping because I got the pick wrong. It was a fixed fight. You know, like that's part of the game is getting picks wrong sometimes. You're not going to always be right. But definitely the way that it ended is so suspicious to me. So fucking suspicious. Too fucking suspicious. Let's talk about something more wholesome. JDM going to box up Islam this week or what? Get rear naked choked? What I'll tell you about Jack Della Maddalena is his boxing combinations are world class. He's top 5 best boxers in the UFC. What I'll also tell you about him is he was down 2 rounds against Gilbert Burns. He beat Bilal Muhammad, who has good takedowns but not great control, who's got a good gas tank and decent boxing but doesn't have big power. Understand that Islam Makhachev is one of the best to ever do it. And Islam has high-level grappling, including submission threats, high-level wrestling, obviously, and also very good kickboxing. And he's going to be fighting at 170 pounds for the first time. Recognize that Islam Makhachev probably put on some muscle. Recognize that Islam is going to be just as big, if not bigger, than Jack Della Maddalena. There's a possibility we see Islam Makhachev win this welterweight belt, and I think it's definitely a live chance. I know what you're saying. JD had a close fight with Holland. Enough said. He's not beating Islam. No, understood. Picks are saying on Instagram, my parlays. Look how sad it is. I was crying. All right, let me check this out. Hey, the Civil Savage calls me a goat on IG. Let me just fucking say thanks, bro. All right. Let's see. So your parlay crashed and burned with Isaac Dulgarian. That's fucking crazy, huh? I guess at least Durden got you first, though. Durden got you first. People still think Bilal Muhammad wanted to strike with JDM when JDM met him with an uppercut and body jab every time he tried to set it up, figured out a way to stop the cage wrestling. Agreed. Bilal just couldn't wrestle with him, really. At least not to a high degree. First time I've seen people disrupt Team Eagles cage wrestling with Uchimata, though. Wondering how they come up with that and how Islam's going to respond. I'm very curious to see the game plan. Team Islam, it's a tough test for young Jack Della, man. Fuck, I was waiting for the notification that you were live, and even after I reset it, This shit is still buggy. That's so annoying, Colo Show. I'm sorry. So plan on every weekday, besides Wednesday. Wednesday, I tend to just stream at night. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, around 1 o'clock every weekday. Bana. But I'm glad you still tuned in, buddy. Hey, what did you miss, Jeff Disatel? You know what you missed? A lot of in-depth discussion about the recent fight fixing, but also me pushing back against the panic. Me pushing back against the panic that this is every UFC fight, that this is every weekend, that this is every single card, that this is constant. It happens on occasion, and I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. But I don't think that every fighter every week is involved. I think there's certain guys that would rather take a paycheck than try to make this thing a living. Bro, you rewind the stream, it's savage flow. It's a savage flow. Yeah, I go off. Today's stream was very productive. And I got a video that I'm doing after this stream. So lots of good things coming. Did they fire Herzog yet? No. They have not fired Father Jason Herzog. Did you guys see Jake Paul taunting Francis Ngannou?
You know, go to fucking federal prison. Fight that's being fixed.
Do you think fighters are really getting approached behind the scenes to throw fights? Hear multiple fighters posted online saying they had been. Yeah, I think on occasion it does happen to some of the lesser fighters. If you're a world-class athlete, you're not going to. Taco interview, I feel like I got to wait till after the fight, bro. Since I know he's on fight week, I don't know if I want to bother him or not enough. AJ, it's people like yourself as well that's going to have to reassure people how this is a rarity and a one-off occasion, just disheartening the damage they've caused. Exactly. If an investigation is done and Dulgarian is found to be not guilty of any illegal betting, should he be allowed to fight in other MMA promotions? Or is he looking at an MMA ban for this whole ordeal? I mean, I think that'd be up to the discretion of promoter, whether or not they believe that, it's not guilty. You're visiting a friend in Vegas. I hope you're having a great time, buddy. AJ, with the Islam Makhachev fight, I generally think Islam round one submission. If it does end up hitting, everyone has to remember I'm the GOAT. All right, get deleted, Cobb. First round sub over Jack Della is a tall task. Jake Paul should fight Francis at MMA. Let's see how excited he is then. He'll get smoked in boxing, too. Francis is too big and powerful for him. I would love to see Francis versus Jake Paul, though. I think they should do that. I think it's a great idea. I respect Jake Paul for calling that out. I don't think Jake Paul could take a clean punch from Francis, though. I think that'd be a cool boxing match. Francis Ngannou, Jake Paul. It'll sell. How many MMA fans are going to tune in praying Francis annihilates Jake Paul? Speaking of fixed fights, the Jake Paul fights. How long does Joshua Van versus Pantoja last in your eyes? Dude, I think Joshua Van is a special fighter, man. If he can stop the grappling or at least survive some of it, his boxing can definitely work and he can win. I agree. I think for the most part, it's only lower level guys that are going to take that bait. I mean, these guys work their whole lives to get to the UFC. a guy in the top chasing a title, I don't think he's laying down. Francis got flatlined by AJ. Anthony Joshua was a fucking monster. Anthony Joshua was a fucking beast. I didn't see the link, Casey. What was the link? What was the link? Guys, come on. Francis is going to get chinned by Jake Paul now. Francis going to get chinned by Jake Paul. Is that what we're talking about? Dulgarian was broke. That's a great, thank you for that clip, KZ. Thank you for that clip. It will be added to today's video. Thank you, KZ. How do you watch fights that aren't on Fight Pass? I'll spell it for you. WATCH MMA FULL. Bana, yeah, I'm singing the song A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, elemental P. On your line, JDM is minus 175 against Islam. That's crazy. But I agree, it's a problem that the fight library is not updated every week. As gamblers, as analysts, we need to have easier access to the footage. It can all be found. All done work for the day, still going tremendous. Let's go, Braden. Hell yeah. I know, it's so stupid about Fight Pass. I hope with the Paramount deal that they get things changed because we need an easier replay. It's not fair, bro. It's not fair to us, bro. We should have access to all of the fights. I mean, that's fair. Jake Paul did lose when he fought Tommy Fury, but it was a close fight. And I mean, if they fought again, it could go either way. I think Jake Paul would probably, I know you guys are saying I'm crazy. I think Jake Paul would beat Tommy Fury in a rematch. I think Jake Paul has improved. I don't think Tommy Fury is about the life. I think Tommy Fury had a talent advantage, but Jake Paul would probably win the rematch. Genuine take. I don't think Tommy Fury is all that good. Is Tommy Fury even boxing anymore? Or did he retire? Tommy Fury, he fought in May on a comeback fight. He beat a 5-1 guy. Kenan Hanjak. I think if Jake Paul were to rematch Tommy Fury, he will win. He'll want it more. November 12th, bro. AJ Davidashvili is turning 27. Dana White being questioned about bribery and dives. Who gives a shit? No, he doesn't want that. Jake Paul versus Eddie Hall. What the fuck? Or Eddie Hearn. I'd much rather do the Eddie Hall match. Yeah, I don't think Jake will beat Francis Ngannou in a boxing match, but my God, it'd be a fun watch. What's good, Conspiracy Jay and lads? Well, I'm just kind of helping calm the panic because it seems that a percentage of the people are thinking every fight is now fixed. The UFC is not WWE. The UFC is not a fixed fighting championship. It is bad actors amongst the bunch, such as Isaac Dulgarian, such as, I believe, Andreas Gustafsson. Now, the Andreas Gustafsson one, I could be wrong. I think that at times referee involvement. At times referee involvement. No, I don't think this is the first fixed fight. It wasn't born yesterday. But I don't think that it's on the absolute regular. Tommy Fury has fought once since 2023. He fought in May of this year. I think Gustafsson laid down. I think Gustafsson quit. He was a favorite as well, and that was suspicious. And I think Gustafsson's a guy that might be involved with some bad people. Now, that's a speculation based upon the tattoos and such, but I wouldn't be shocked. The way he wilted so quickly, that was really suspicious for a guy that had built a resume of absolute toughness. Even if he was to lose to Fakhretdinov, okay, but the way that he went down in round one, that was very suspicious to me. Living in Colorado for the past 10 years, I could tell you it's some different types of crazy out there. I'm a country boy from Texas, so a lot of that shit was different to me. And you were in Colorado. You were there. How much for me to fight Jake Paul? Bro, if Jake Paul offers me the $1 million payday, I'm glad to step in the ring with him. I'm glad. I'm glad to do it. Most people didn't bat an eye in the Gustafsson fight. Why was suspicious of it? Peep my comment 3 ago, Jay. All right. The right move, people are thinking every fight is fixed. Look at some of the shots these guys take when they get TKO'd and tell me that punch, elbow, kick wouldn't put down a small horse. Not all fake. Exactly. Exactly. You hope it's Jake versus Tommy 2 on Netflix in December. I think it's a great idea. Or if Andrew Tate can get some W's and misfits, Andrew Tate, Jake Paul is still a big fight to be had. You lost 500 on Gustafsson, so whether or not you're right, I will agree. That's great. That's fucking funny. The betting in Colorado is huge. That's how I got into it. Interesting. So, Hybrid Nation, do you think that Isaac Dulgarian was involved with some bad people there? Think Darren Till would beat Jake Paul? Close fight. I would love to see it. I'd be intrigued by the matchup. Prediction for JDM Islam? I think right now I'm on Team Islam, General Shao. I think Darren Till would have a legit chance. He has very good boxing. Darren Till versus Jake Paul is a very cool boxing match to be had. You were going to make a whole video about how Gustafsson threw the fight, but ended up not doing it because I felt like I was coping because I lost my bet. I'll go back and rewatch it, but I'm on the side of I'm not surprised if it's, a fixed fight. Hey, what's up, DJ Prime Cuts? It's all they promote in Canada here, too. Can't get more than 2 commercials on any channel without a gambling one. Interesting. They're pushing you to fucking gamble. Isaac got paid to throw the fight. You were right. Absolutely. That was a blatantly fixed fight. That one was obvious because of the gambling behind the scenes. You think he took an illegal bet on himself? First round. His people put it down. Chat, also, we're at 83 likes. I would love to hit 90 likes by the hour 20-minute mark. We are a little less than 7 minutes away from the hour 20-minute mark. Let's get 90 likes up in here. Let's get the momentum running in the positive direction. Your boy is going to be doing a badass video after this stream. I'm cooking all up, and I know what I'm doing. I got it all together. I am glad I did this stream first because I wanted to chat with you guys for a bit, but I will go over everything. And, yeah. Hey, what's up, Trey? Good. I'm happy to see you. Have you seen all these fixing allegations? Lando, Demopoulos were approached to throw fights. The Lando one was a joke. He was saying that he got approached 7 times, joking around, saying that's why he has 7 losses. But yeah, I saw Demopoulos. Good to see you, bro. Need a win this weekend. Keep missing by 1. Invincible. We're going to make magic happen this weekend. I feel confident in my predictions. The Jared Gordon fight is weird. I think he's just crazy and he wanted to fight through it, though. But it's suspicious. It is suspicious. Vince Morales says he would call for 70K to lose. Yeah. The Vince Morales one seems legit. But what do they all have in common? They're lower level UFC fighters. They're guys that are presumed to have money issues, not guys with good paychecks from the UFC. You found Schnell's chin on the Garden State Parkway. You're funny, bro. James Krause himself, I don't think fixed any fights he was in, but he was involved behind the scenes. It's insane to me, man, but I cannot lie and say I haven't suspected certain fights because of the awkward performances from some guys, for sure. I have this theory. I think Isaac Dulgarian came into that fight with a bit of an injury. I think they knew it was going to be trouble for him. I think he decided, fuck, I'm not going to get a win bonus. Most likely I'm losing this fight. Let's make some money on the other side. I can't afford just my straight check from the UFC. That's not enough money. So, guys, I'm going to go out there and put a half effort and I'm going to lose. So, bet the opposite side. And I'm sure that he had people cut in percentages of their winnings with his info. Last fight, he was a minus 1,200 favorite. Yeah. Banning sports betting would be so criminal. Banning sports betting would be a suppression of rights. Fuck no. That's a stupid idea. That's terrible. That's like prohibition. Because somebody drank too much and committed a crime, you should never be able to drink. Because somebody smoked too much weed and got paranoid, you should never be able to smoke. Because somebody stabbed themselves with a fork, you should not be able to eat with anything but a spoon. That's not the solution. It's bad actors amongst a bunch. Do not ban an entire thing because of one wrong. Oh, shit. This store sold a faulty product. They shouldn't have stores selling anything. It should all be run by the government. You see where I'm going with this? That's a delusional narrative. Banning alcohol and gambling is actually based. It's a suppression of your human freedoms, though. In America, that's not the ideology we have. I stand completely opposed to that side. I think that's delusion. Right. This is America, man. It is not ruining the game. Trust me, it is not ruining the game. This is the paranoia now. Now you're on the paranoid delusion side. It is bad actors amongst the bunch. It is not the fucking UFC and sport as a whole. Please. 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 Gambling serves no greater purpose to greater society. It's a degenerate. Ban it. Let the people fucking gamble. You're allowed to make mistakes and do wrong. And if gambling is one of yours, let people, for God's sake. It's a delusional take, man. That's delusional. Hey, eating unhealthy food serves no greater purpose to the human body. So let's ban pizza. Let's ban Domino's. Let's ban McDonald's. Everybody has to follow a strict health-based diet with a certain amount of protein per day, certain amount of vitamins, certain amount of this, certain amount of that. Ban it all. Let's live in a society that is completely controlled, okay? Let's live in a fucking society where I dictate everybody's diet. You must not go to bed past 9 o'clock. The UFC in itself should be banned because that's violence. All sport should be banned because competition could lead to violence. That's a disgusting rabbit hole to fall down, please. Come on. It's not gambling itself that's an issue. It is people with gambling problems, and it is corrupt individuals choosing to choose the side of fixing. You see plenty of dog fights in there. Guys, are you fucking serious? Bro, you see plenty of dog fights, whether or not gambling exists. I'm crashing out because I got people talking about they want to ban gambling, ban fucking this, ban that, bro. Let's solve things by banning things. That's not a solution. That's not a solution. You bet every card. Well, maybe this is you from your gambling perspective having a bit of a problem. Come on. You're working 40 hours a week, paying rent, not owning shit is degen in the grand scheme of shit. Eating fast food is too. You want to take away betting? Take those first. Agreed. Hundreds of fixed fights? Question mark. Question mark. Hundreds of fixed fights? Question mark. Come on, bro. It's a question mark. You currently make your living off gambling, so that'd be bad, not ideal. Agreed. Yeah, not good. For the people saying everything UFC is rigged, how do you rig Holloway, Gaethje? Both guys eating shots. Exactly. Everything is not rigged. There's bad actors amongst the bunch. There's red flags amongst the bunch. There's bad moments amongst the bunch of good. But the sport in itself, no, not rigged. Arman Sarukian going to smash Dan Hooker. I think he could beat him. Grappling advantage should be pretty substantial. I'm very curious to see how Hooker looks to stop takedowns. Bunch of fascists in the chat wanting to take away personal freedoms, right? Fuck that. Tom's career could be over. The reason being he may never recover quality vision. And if so, his opponents know that he gets eye poked. He will stop, continue to fight, a fear of being a quitter. I guess we'll see forthcoming. Exactly. Matt LePage said it. Individual self-discipline isn't something the government is responsible for. Exactly. Sorry for attacking your job, AJ. Love you, bro. I watch every video you drop. I love this game. The situation legitimately upsets me and makes me sad. No, I understand Vanguard, but let's ban gambling, let's fucking make sure we keep a lock on these controversial lines. If there is fishy shit, if there's somebody playing some shit, punish them. Isaac Dulgarian will never fight in a major promotion again. Okay? Isaac Dulgarian will never fight in a major promotion again because of this. His entire MMA-based livelihood is gone. You think he went into the fight Saturday planning to go down like that and said, hey, I'm going to get cut from the UFC after? You think he really expected that? I don't think he thought that far ahead. No, I don't think he expected that. I don't think he was going to get caught. I think he went in with the intention of, I'll get another fight. Let me get a little extra check. You think he wanted to fucking completely cut his income source? You think that was really in his mind? That was his foresight? You really believe that? Come on. I don't think the UFC is rigged as a whole. It's individuals doing shady stuff on the side because the money is too enticing. Yes. Yeah, exactly. I thought that he definitely thought he was going to recover with a bounce back. Don't tell me he really imagined that it was over for him. Is the Herzog story the video that's on YouTube? Or is there something else? Is there any does anybody have like an X link they can send me of the Herzog stuff in written format? Because I prefer to read. Yeah, exactly. It's one bad egg and maybe a couple others, but it's career ending. It's career ending. It's over. Okay, I have that video in my feed here. I thought there was maybe a different one or like a written version, just because I low-key prefer to, do the written version. I think we need a complete overhaul of athletic commissions for combat sports. Our current setup still relies on things like air horns between rounds and lack of replay booth. Well, to be fair, I think the replay booth has gotten better. This past weekend, we saw a fight continue because of the replay. It'll all calm down. It's raw right now. UFC and people like yourself, AJ, will have to reassure people it's fine. Yes. Dulgarian did not admit that he threw it. Of course he wouldn't. Of course he wouldn't admit that. Come on. Bring back USADA. I got no problem with that. Let's get a cash out on fights we lost. Fair enough. There we go. I know. I fully understand what you're saying about Gordon. I read it. I'm sorry I didn't read it out loud. I was kind of just waiting. If Jared Gordon took a brutal kick and destroyed his knee because of it, yeah, massive mistake. And he lost the fight and got knocked out because of it. Many of folks overreact in the community. It's just, this is the thing. Last week, it was Cyril Gahn, Tom Aspinall. This week, it's the betting scandal. Dulgarian is a clown. Hey, Breakdown Analytics. Thank you for re-upping your membership. Thank you, my friend. Shout out to Breakdown Analytics. What a gangster. Yes, back-to-back weeks of suspect cards. People geek out. Yep. I'm going to mention a few fights this year that are suspicious. And it's not all on the fighters. I actually think I'm a little suspicious of certain referees this year. Jake should fight Floyd if he's going to do an exhibition. I don't know. I don't see it, man. I don't see it. Yeah, I think Gordon, he should have never fought. Should never fought if he get hit by a car. Also, guys, we should have 100 likes. We are 9 likes away from 100. We are minutes away from the hour 30-minute mark. I have a video that I'm going to be concocting after this stream that I'm very excited about. So make sure you guys run the likes up. Make sure you guys smash it. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. I will be live later today to continue this conversation into the evening. And obviously, after my video releases, we can discuss further more about everything. So definitely make sure you guys hit that damn like button here. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button if it's your first time. I definitely need 100 likes. Hey, love to you, Van. But no, I don't think they should be banning betting, Van. I think there's ways to fix things. Talbot, Hani fight? No, I think Talbot just got bodied. Hani gave him a veteran lesson. I don't think that was fixed. I don't. I think that Peyton Talbot's young. He had a tough performance. Not every fight that goes awry is a fixed fight. Dulgarian's is a little bit different. Salikov, dog lock. I'm undecided, but Salikov is definitely a decent underdog. I feel strongly that it was a fixed fight. All I'm saying is we need to modernize officiating, compare the quality and tech to a major league sport. The UFC can't hold a candle. Well, we're getting better. At least we have replays that are used nowadays. You know? People will bet regardless. Y'all do realize people were betting illegally before it was so common. True. I agree that Jake versus Tate next year makes a ton of dollars. We better look good in this boxing match coming up. Yeah, Herzog is a shady character for me now. Very shady character. Yeah, now everything is fixed is delusional. Everything is not fixed. I think one ref, and then you got multiple eyes outside of the cage. But I think the refs, if they don't already, there definitely should be like an earpiece. Yeah, the Gustafsson fight looked rigged to me. Yeah, Jake and Tank was never going to happen. Lock of the week for you is Hyder Emil, Ricky Simone. Two guys that bring it. It's a solid parlay. It's a solid two-leg parlay. I think it's high likelihood of success as well. Yeah, the replays didn't exist at one point. We've come a long way from that. The power slap fights are rigged. I've never watched power slap to that degree, but I'm not surprised. That they can rig it all they want. I couldn't give a two fuck with power slap. Gustafsson ate one decent body shot. Then the rest of the punches didn't hit. I know, and he turtled up. It's weird as fuck. Bro, you literally do the best blow-by-blow commentary on YouTube. I love your commentary. Hey, Darrell7777, thank you for that, my friend. Chat, the goal is 100 likes. We're one away from 100. I love it. One away from 100. Yeah, yeah. One away from 100. Yeah, yeah. Do you think Jacob from We Want Picks has affiliation since he's good friends with Dulgarian? I lean towards the no side of that. What were your thoughts on Chiesa said about Dulgarian? Telling. Chiesa was saying it without saying it. You need to take the Herb Dean class to become a certified ref. Listen, we need more people that love the sport getting involved in the reffing game. I mean, if you're interested in it, why not? If you love the game, why not? Hey, thank you guys for the likes, man. We passed the 100. Thank you, Zachary. I appreciate that. Boxing has bad decisions often, yeah. Boxing has bad decisions. If they ban gambling, people will still throw fights. The gambling will still exist. The gambling's not going away. There's no gambling ban. 2016 Rio Olympics, they did look rigged. I watched those Olympics. Those decisions were sus. AJ, I like how you have the serious face on the thumbnail about this. I was feeling serious, man. This is not so much of a jokey stream. The widespread legalization of sports betting also creates a ton of jobs and a new industry I'm interested in post-grad. They're not banning it. Don't worry. Yo, shout out to MMA right now. There's a lot to talk about. We live in. I know there is a lot. It is a beautiful time in MMA. And I'll prove Dulgarian, guilty beyond doubt, but also I have to calm the freak out of the masses thinking everything is rigged. Boxing needs more divisional tournaments. Stripping champs will refuse to enter them. I don't know about tournaments in boxing. I don't know, man. As someone that is not a boxing hardcore, tough to say. But they definitely need better fighters fighting better fighters. Thank you, Trey Good, for becoming a member. I appreciate you. Re-upping your membership, bro. Yes, I'm glad you're back. You did tell me. You said you had to get it right with the dollars, and then you'll be back with your boy. I'm glad. I'm glad to have you back, bro. It means a lot. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for becoming a member. You guys know that every membership means the fucking world to me. You guys are awesome. I love you guys. What's the aerial part of this? I read something suspect, but didn't see anything. Aerial was kind of spreading that it happens on a wide degree. I don't know. Almost every UFC fight is legit. Exactly. Almost everyone. Unfortunately, there's a few bad apples. Yeah, let's dissolve the UFC. That's a delusional take. That's so stupid. That's so dumb. Crazy how they allowed Canelo to duck Benavidez. I wish we could have seen that. It'd be a boxing match to watch, but fuck it. They've had divisional tournaments in the past. Tyson, Hopkins, Usyk, and Ward won tournaments. Then bring it back. Defund the UFC is crazy. Yeah, Quinones out against Yanez sucks. I was so excited of the card. I was probably most hyped for Yanez's comeback fight. I was most hyped for that. It is what it is. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? What scandal? Am I too late? You're not too late. It's just Isaac Dulgarian throwing the fight last week. But I'm not going to instill panic. I don't think this is every weekend. I think there's some bad examples, and it happens occasionally. And I hate it, but Endeavor owns UFC and WWE, I guess, but still, come on. Come on, man. Don't take it that far. Defund Dana. It's not Dana's fault this happened. It's Isaac Dulgarian's fault. Why are y'all pinning the blame? It's Isaac Dulgarian's fault this happened, not Dana White. Come on. All this news brings in a lot of casuals who read nothing but headlines. So they start assuming shit they know nothing about, like saying ban it. Exactly, Lethal Sugar. But we're more sensible than that, bro. Listen, guys. I know there's more than Dulgarian. I agree. There's some bad actors. We got to get them out. I have to do this video. If MMA got banned, I don't know what I'd do with myself. I'd lose my mind. It's not going to. I guess I'd have to cover boxing and bare knuckle, but I'd be depressed. Dan Bergliana, not question. Multiple fights this year alone where he had ended them and changed his mind. Herzog's in trouble too. Yeah. There's some referees that seem to be involved with some shady shit. I think they cut him to prove a point. Like, hey, that's suspicious. We think you threw that fight. You're out of here. We're making an example out of you. Your UFC dreams are done. Pro wrestling used to be legit, but the matches were very boring and organized crime got involved and started paying wrestlers to rig matches. I never knew that. Really. I got to cover the ACA card just to pronounce all the names. Holy shit. Listen, guys, I am going to close the stream. Thank you guys for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe. I'll see you guys in several hours with another live stream. And I'm also going to get this video recorded. So talk to you guys in a little bit. Make sure the post notifications are turned on. Expect a video here in a little bit. All right. I'm going to record it right after this. Bye-bye.